What are those? I'm 21 and still getting in trouble.
That's right.
Hey Mom, make sure you put perfume on because there's a new thing on Instagram where they can smell you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a really bad health example. I'm eating Skittles. Saw my dad outside and I was like, Mom, what's Dad doing outside? Look how cute he is. He told me he's planting trees. I'm so proud of him. Way to help the environment, Dad. What are you doing?
Planting raspberry.
Good job.
Now we're planting hibiscus.
I call it hibiscus, but
We call it hibiscus.
I call it hibiscus. I'm still eating Skittles.
You have a what?
Now you look like me. You're just trying to be more like me.
And I'm gonna sit on a pillow.
You put some sunscreen on?
No, I put some creamer.
Creamer.
Some creamer. I want some crema.
Where are you going now?
I'm gonna get a pillow because I'm too short. I learned today that I could jack up my seat in my car.
Yeah.
So I can be really tall. I was feeling really tall today. It was pretty cool.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Heleana and this is my mom. This is Robin, but I just call her mom because that's what daughters do. And today we are filming a video called 10 Things My Mom Taught Me, but then I was like, I'm gonna ask Mom if I ever taught her something. So now we're gonna do like 10 things I taught my mom, 10 things my mom taught me. And we didn't talk about what we were going to say, so I have no idea what I taught her. She has no idea what she taught me. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it.
Let's do it.
I guess I'll go first.
Are you gonna do all 10 of them or should we do one?
No, we'll do
back
one,
and forth?
yeah.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
do one. If you don't look though.
Okay.
I saw one of yours.
Oh, cheater.
My first one, which is also kind of my personal favorite, was put your past in your behind. It's a misquote from The Lion King. It says put your past behind you, but my mom totally owned it and called it put your past in your behind, which is super fitting because back in high school, you know, everybody makes stupid mistakes and I'd be like crying all the time and Mom would be like, girl, just put your past in your behind. And I was like, what? Excuse you? But yeah, that was one thing that's one thing my mom taught me.
Well, I have to start out by saying something that's kind of sappy. Before you were even born, I would say that you taught me a lot because I had to be on bed rest, as you know the story.
Right.
A very serious condition that could have killed both of us, so I had to lay in bed, and during that time I learned how to be still. And that was something that I didn't know before. And I also recognized truly the grace of God. And so that's why your middle name is Grace. And so
Yes.
you were teaching me before you were ever born.
Aww. That's how I got my cute little name. Another thing that you taught me was, okay, I actually wrote a Facebook status about this and I just reposted it recently, but one day we were talking on the phone when you were in America and I was in college and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to work hard. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but you said under no circumstance, like if you see someone who has good stuff, like appreciate them and cheer them on, like don't be jealous and don't under any circumstance like sit on the couch and be like, oh dang, I wish my life was better. You know, you said work really, really hard. So that's one thing I'll always remember. Another thing, this is number 3, I guess I'm just gonna throw this one in there. You can drop out of college and be smart.
That's true.
College dropouts.
Yeah, all the way.
No, actually we're both college dropouts, right?
But I can mark some college because I actually went for almost a whole semester.
I did only 2 semesters, so like, but we were talking on the phone recently and you said you can be, what did you say?
I said just because you're unschooled doesn't mean that you're uneducated.
Right.
Because you can be very educated and still not have a
like a college diploma or whatever.
Schooled.
Right, not that there's anything wrong with that. Go to college, do it all. But yeah, you can be educated and unschooled. You can't fix stupid. But you can fix uneducated.
Number 2 for me is sleep is overrated. From the time Lena was a baby until she spent some time here when they had the fire and they lived with us for 2 months, I would just have to say that sleep is overrated because I was so tired and she kept saying, come on mom, come on, play a game, just wanna play? Don't you want to play? Don't you want to do this? So I learned how to
kid.
operate on very few hours of sleep, thanks to you.
Okay, my next one is, I remember being in kindergarten and sitting on the bathroom, like, what are those called? The vanities or whatever?
Yeah.
I was sitting crisscross and I was looking in the mirror and I sang to myself the song you taught me. Anything he can do, I can do better. Anything he can do, I can do best. And so my mom always told me, like, if a boy can do something, you can do it better. Tell me that.
Whoa. Well, I tried to put that in there, but...
Well, because if there was a boy at school who was fast, you always said I can run faster. Or just because a boy can do that doesn't mean that you can't. So,
right.
I mean, you always taught me to be strong, and like whatever anyone else does, I can also do that. Like I can achieve
You try
it.
hard and work hard at it, and it's God's will, you can achieve whatever you want. My third thing is laughter, because we laugh a lot.
We
And
do
so
laugh a lot.
I think of all the times that we were riding in the car and how much fun we had, and which goes along with my next one, which is how to dance in your car. Because you did teach me that, because I never danced before in my car until Heleana came along.
You didn't?
And we, I used to sing really
Didn't
loud.
you go cruising?
Yeah, but we didn't dance.
No?
I didn't learn how to do
What
that
did you
until,
do?
I don't know, we just sat and talked
It's
and
like awkward.
laughed. Yeah, I know, listen to music really loud.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was a whole lot of that going on.
Actually,
So I did
today-
learn how to laugh
Yeah.
and dance.
That's fun. I'm always dancing.
Yes,
Even though
that's
it's not beautiful, I'm still always dancing. It doesn't matter.
And you know what was really funny when we were laughing? This might be a little bit TMI, but we were sitting our way somewhere to South Carolina or North Carolina, and we were singing, and I was driving, and you reached over and you're like, and she does this, and she grabbed something on my chin that I had no idea that I had, and it was so embarrassing because I'm old, and she pulled out a hair, and I was like, oh my god! And there was that guy next to us, and he was looking and he was laughing because I have very low pain tolerance,
and we tried to
that
like
hurt
pull
so
up.
bad.
Yeah, we tried to pull up because we were embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she had a little whisker. So my next one is be kind to everyone no matter their social class. And that goes from like all the way from kindergarten all the way to like my daily life now. Because my mom always told me like when she was in high school, she was always really nice to everyone. And like it didn't matter like if they were really cool or if they were not really cool, like whatever, it didn't matter. So I carried that throughout all of my schooling. Like I was just friends to whoever was like nice, you know? And then now, even now, like I'm like on the street saying hi to homeless people that I know and then saying hi to millionaires that I know. You know, I'm just gonna, as long as they're nice, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
So that's what you taught me.
You taught me how a millennial thinks.
Oh.
Sort of. I'm still learning because I don't get it. I don't get this whole thing here, but
She doesn't understand
wondering-
vlogging, but she's my
And
#1 fan.
the very
so.
first time I ever heard of a hashtag.
You're like, what? Why are they putting a number
I have no
sign in
idea
front
what
of
that
words?
means. But anyway, now I'm catching up. Keeps me up to date. So
She
I'm
does
always learning.
she does some Instagram. If you want to follow her, here is her Instagram handle. Is it your turn? No, it's my turn. Oh, another one was who cares what other people think? You always said like, well, who cares what other people think? As long as you're doing you and you're doing the right thing, then it doesn't matter what you're doing. So I just always learned to like be really, really confident. I think I get my confidence from you. Like I'm just chill, I don't care what other people think. It's like, if I wanna dance, I'm gonna dance. If I'm gonna sing really loud in a store, I'm gonna do it like Elf.
I'm in a store and I'm singing.
As long as you're doing the right thing,
Right.
you can do whatever you want.
Right, exactly, because one thing that we know or we learned is that no matter what you do, 5% of the people or something are not gonna
Yeah.
like you anyway. You can't live to please other people. As long as you're right before God, then that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And realize that, hey, not everybody's gonna agree with the way we do or the
Even
way we
if
roll.
you live the perfect life, people are still gonna hate you. So
Right.
really, it's just like bump the hater, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right, for me is to eat healthier because all the time you're coming over and going, Mom, are you gonna eat that? Are you gonna cook that? Don't eat that. Don't. So
It's true.
I try
I'm
to-
always like, what the
try to
heck
hide.
is this?
definitely I've learned to cook better from all of my daughters too.
Yeah, she always makes me a vegetarian meal. Every Sunday I have my own special plate. Like everybody had meatloaf on Sunday, I think, and then I had a vegan lasagna. So I was
Some
like,
people would
yes,
call that
thank
spoiled.
you.
Which goes into my next one, to appreciate animals.
Oh,
Because I remember when you told me you wanted to be a veterinarian and I was a little bit disappointed.
I know you-
I
I
was because
remember that.
we had just moved to on the mission field and there were so many needs around us and I was like,
Why do you care about animals?
I care about animals
Yeah.
so much. But anyway, then God just really showed me that animals are important and that they matter, and He created them, and that we should take care of animals, and we should be respectful.
Right.
So I am not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I do support animals. I think we should be good stewards of everything that we have, and the earth and all of that. And I guess before you guys became so outspoken, I really didn't think about it that much because I didn't want to be one of those
weirdos.
But I do believe that God calls us and tells us to be good stewards and be good stewards of the earth, be good stewards of everything that He has created.
Yeah.
So
that's why I have metal straws.
good
Save
for
the
you.
turtles. I love turtles. I actually almost got one this week. I was like,
Please don't.
So this is one that I really, really like. Okay, so my mom, ever since I was in high school, there was this time when I was probably like 15 and there was this boy that I really liked and he didn't like me back and I was all like, this is the end of the world.
Oh.
And then I was in my bed like a princess crying and mom walks in and she was like, okay, you need to get over it because there's gonna be a better boy, another boy and whatever. And I got so mad at her. I was like, Mom, this is the end of the world for me right now because my mind couldn't see further. So then she was like, I'm not gonna, don't get mad.
I have no idea where this is going.
She was like, I'm not gonna be one of those moms who sits next to you and cries with you. Just let your emotions like control you. We have to work through this problem and get it fixed. And so obviously there's a time to mourn and a time to be happy. There are situations that are really important and like you need time to grieve and get better, but that was definitely not one of them. It was just like, I was like, shut up. Anyway, but yeah, and that was something that really helped me because even like after the fire for about 3 days, I just could not stop crying. It was like water faucets and I was like laying down all the time and I was getting close to like depression. And so my mom came upstairs and I was sobbing. She was like rubbing my arm. I was trying to be. I was like on the bed and I was just like, she was like, you know, you've been crying for 3 days. And she talked a lot before that and she was like being really, really nice and sweet. And then she was like, okay, now you've cried for 3 days and you get your final cries out tonight and tomorrow morning you're gonna wake up and be a different person. And that was the start of my recovery because like I just kept spiraling down, down, down. And then once she was like, okay, you know what, you've had your cries and it's time to like get over this and like let's fix the problem. And then like we went furniture shopping a few months later and now we're in a new house and like it's just really good and important to have someone behind you like also giving you a kick in the butt, not just a hug, you know? Because like if you just always hug and like be like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, you know? Sometimes maybe people need like a little tough love, you know? Like, come on, let's go. We gotta fix the problem. Let's go.
Number 8 for me was you can do anything because this girl, really? Well, maybe we learned that from each other. But it's just, it's a good reminder that you can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, like you put your mind to it and you say, hey, I'm gonna go write some songs. I can do that. Not me, but her. I can do that. I can build a house for kids. I can go to the mission field, whatever. So that's just a good reminder.
That was something that you taught me because you were, like I said at the very beginning, you can do anything. And so like, I really actually truly believed that. Like the power of words is crazy because mom was like, you know what, you can do anything you want in this world and like follow your dream. You know, I think it's really important to believe that you can do stuff and then like do it. Okay, the next one for me was pray with expectation. And so like even just this morning I woke up with like a nightmare and I called my mom. Well, you know, you called me this morning and we were talking and I was like feeling really, really anxious and like fuzzy and just having like really bad vibes. I was in the middle of telling her like this awful nightmare I had about a fire and the house is on fire and everything. And she was like, rebuke it in the name of Jesus right now. And I did. And then the rest of the day was like so much better, you know? And so mom just always taught me like believe and pray with expectation.
Mine, well, I did have number 9 to get over your past and suck it up and smile because I guess,
did I teach you that?
Yeah, I guess because, you know, like you were saying that I had said that to you, but usually whatever you say comes around back to get you. A couple years ago, whenever it was, that was something, you're gonna pull another hair out.
It was a hair, but it wasn't growing.
It wasn't growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you left and everyone left and I was really kind of suffering with emptiness and it was really, really hard for me. And I think for the first time in my life, I really was sad and I couldn't quite get over it. And you were like, Mom, you just got to get over it. You got to embrace it. Go.
Oh yeah, it's like go travel with Dad. Go do stuff.
Yes, which leads into my next one. I'm going to jump ahead, which is number 10.
Okay.
And you did teach me that. Like travel, live your life to the fullest because you and Andre are always like, hey, we're going to go here, we're going to to go there, we're gonna do this. I'm like, you and Dad should travel more. You and Dad need to travel more. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to pick up.
This one was, you taught me how to love unconditionally, no matter like the person or no matter how many mistakes you made, because you know, all of your kids have made big mistakes, including me. Not just your kid, like me too. But whenever we would like mess up really big time, you always loved us unconditionally, and I think that's just one of the greatest things I learned. And then what's your last one?
That was my last one.
Oh, suck it up and smile. That's what I read.
Suck it up and smile.
Suck it up and smile, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna end this video here. Yeah, it was fine. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, comment below and let us know. If you liked it, give it a like, and I will be uploading sometime next week, so stay tuned. And until then, just stay kind. Wait, no. Be kind and stay positive, and we'll see you next time.